The United Way of St. Charles has been helping the people of our parish for over 60 years and currently supports nearly 30 partner agencies in our community, including many you think you'll never need.
I've been part of the United Way for many, many years, always kind of been on the end of helping people out. I'm an analytical kind of guy, I always have plans, and you can't plan for this. And the night it happened, I could see the Red Cross came out and they brought me things that I hadn't asked for, but at the end of the day, if I didn't have them, I wouldn't know what to do. I realized that myself as well as the other members of the community that give things don't really realize the value of those gifts until it happens. And it makes me understand what we do at the United Way, what the Red Cross does in any volunteer group. This is a horrible thing, but having it happen makes you understand that what you do has an extreme amount of value that you can't put any price on, and I'm overwhelmed by everybody's generosity and love and prayers. The biggest thing is, if you believe, no matter how you live your life, that tragedies like that don't happen to people, they really do. They happen to everybody, poor people, rich people, people high in their luck, down in their luck, and don't ever let that be a reason not to, dig into your pocket or reach out like, the people that came out and were there to hold me up and my family up over, that night.
While the United Way of St. Charles supports agencies that help out in time of tragedy, they also support agencies and programs that improve the quality of life in our parish every day, including inclusive summer camp scholarships.
The impacts that United Way has had just on St. Charles Parish and in the Department of Parks and Recreation, so they could see the foundation of them giving, how it translates into the things that you see behind me. And I think that's very special.
Are you crying?
It's just at times it is hard that this is an opportunity for Riley to come to camp. And so when she did receive the grant, we're very excited, and she looks forward to it. But it's amazing that y'all are able to help out in all these groups and give children like Riley the opportunity to attend and gain friendships and, learn, be included. That's the big thing, she's included.
She has a beach ball.
Summer camp this year, we have seen an increase in the number of participants thanks to the United Way program and the scholarship, which has been wonderful. I was bragging on the Luling growth just a little while ago because we saw it go from like 25 campers to 55. So we actually can offer swimming lessons there. And that's a wonderful thing, I guarantee. The parents are just thrilled over it.
Is that why you have those fins?
Yes.
I would encourage them, absolutely encourage them to donate to the United Way. It does so much more for our community than people are aware. From the camp scholarships to Camp Shriver, and that's just our little world. They're so good to so many groups.
Another program supported by the United Way of St. Charles is the Youth Empowerment Project. The program's mission is to provide youth in our community with mentoring, education, and employment readiness.
This program builds your child. This helps you with your child starting from a youth to an adult. You know what I'm saying? This is what we need.
I gotta make it bigger.
But now, when she tells me to do things, the program helped me so much, I just do it because I know that she benefits a lot and tries a lot for me. So why should I do it for her?
It's something they see in your child that inspires them, but it's certain things that they could fix that we can't fix as a parent, and to have people to take their money and donate to help these kids, I feel like instead of it being, yep, It should be no child left behind because they don't believe in no child being left behind. Yep, United Way, nobody. United Way never seen these kids, but guess what? They're donating to these kids because they know if YEP is involved, these kids are going to be something. It's something potentially that's fair that they see, you know? It's a blessing. Yeah.
It feels great because they're showing that they care a lot and that they want us to stay on the positive side and not the bad side.
Your support of the United Way is not only making an impact on the community of St. Charles Parish, but where it really makes a difference is on the individual level.
You ready to ride?
My daughter was diagnosed at a month old. She has what's called Prader-Willi syndrome. And it has a lot of different things that come along with the syndrome. One of the main things is she's very low muscle tone. They kind of describe it as a bag of flour.
It's been a long road, especially in the beginning stages. She was being force-fed until she was about 10 months, and then once she kind of got that down, then you're worried about the walking or the crawling, because I mean, even at 15 months, she wasn't crawling properly and stuff, and then it's like, okay, well, you finally reached that, but it's something else, and walking seems so far off in the distance from when we did the first video. It still was, she was so weak, and now, I mean, she really hasn't been walking that long. It's only been a couple of months, and she does not stop. I mean, how do you tell somebody thank you? I mean, it sounds so simple, but there's really no words to really, you know, voice what you're trying to say. I mean, it's so appreciative, and everything that people give when they're not personally invested in it, for somebody to give money, you know, it's an amazing feeling that the community backs you, as well as the United Way.
Somebody came up to me and asked me, are you going to rebuild or are you leaving? And I said, how could I leave a community like this with these friends that came out? I could never find people like that again. So, like it or not, I'm here to stay.
Now is your chance to make your community a better place. Give, advocate, volunteer. Great things happen in St. Charles Parish when we live united.
Thank you.